In our fast-paced world, where distractions are just a click away, finding true freedom often feels like chasing an illusion. This makes the ancient wisdom of the Stoics more relevant than ever. As Seneca once said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This resonates deeply today, as self-discipline emerges as the cornerstone of genuine freedom. This isn't just about restraining impulses, but discovering the profound liberation that comes from aligning actions with our true values. Through this video, we'll explore how Stoic principles like the pursuit of virtue, mindfulness of our judgments, and understanding the nature of control can guide us toward a life of purpose and fulfillment. So, how can we master ourselves in a world intent on mastering us? Let's embark on this journey of introspection and discovery together, unlocking the freedom that lies within the Stoic Path. Let's take a moment to ponder how much of our daily stress stems from what truly matters, and how much from our perceptions and reactions to fleeting events. This question lies at the heart of cognitive detachment, a skill championed by the Stoics for achieving personal freedom through mental clarity. Cognitive detachment isn't about indifference or apathy. Rather, it's a deliberate decision to step back and observe our thoughts objectively, allowing us to discern between what is within our control and what isn't. Stoics like Epictetus remind us that our perceptions shape our experiences more than the events themselves. He famously said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote encapsulates the essence of cognitive detachment. By controlling our perceptions, we can avoid unnecessary emotional turmoil and focus on what truly lies within our power. Think about a modern workplace scenario. Imagine you receive an email from your boss with a critical comment about your recent project. Instinctively, your heart might race, your mind floods with defensive thoughts, and you feel a surge of frustration. But cognitive detachment invites you to pause. Instead of reacting impulsively, you consider the situation objectively. You ask yourself, is this criticism an opportunity for growth? What can I learn from it? How should I respond thoughtfully rather than emotionally? This process of detachment enables you to maintain composure, clarity, and rationality. Rather than being swept away by emotions, you constructively address the issue, ensuring your response aligns with your values and professional goals. Over time, such practice strengthens your resilience, making you less susceptible to stress and more in control of how you navigate challenges. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own life. How do you typically react to daily stressors? Are there instances where your initial emotional response overshadowed your logical judgment? Consider a time when detachment might have shifted your perspective and response to a situation. By consciously practicing cognitive detachment, you can transform stress into insight, react with intention rather than impulse, and cultivate a sense of inner freedom that shields you from the chaos of external circumstances. Cognitive detachment, then, becomes a path to true autonomy, where your peace and happiness are not contingent on the unpredictable world around you, but rooted in the steadfast clarity of your own mind. As you begin to integrate this Stoic skill into your life, you'll notice a powerful shift, a newfound sense of control that empowers you to remain centered amidst the ups and downs of daily life. This journey of mastering cognitive detachment is ongoing, requiring mindfulness and practice. Yet, with each step, you draw closer to the enduring peace the Stoics envisioned, anchored in the profound understanding that while we may not control the world around us, we always control our reactions to it. By embracing this perspective, you can unlock a level of personal freedom that enriches every aspect of your life. Picture this: it's ancient Rome, and philosopher Epictetus, born into slavery, endures unimaginable hardships. Throughout his life, Epictetus exemplified resilience, ultimately becoming one of the most revered Stoic teachers despite his challenging beginnings. His journey is a testament to the enduring Stoic belief that resilience, our ability to withstand and grow from adversity, is not only a hallmark of strength but also a path to true freedom. Resilience, as understood by the Stoics, transcends mere survival. It is about thriving through challenges by harnessing the power of discipline and perseverance. Stoicism teaches us that life is fraught with difficulties, yet it's our response to these hurdles that defines us. In the words of Seneca, difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body. This encapsulates the Stoic view that hardships, rather than being obstacles, are opportunities to build inner strength and resilience. Consider the example of Nelson Mandela, a contemporary icon of resilience. Mandela spent 27 years in prison, yet emerged with a spirit unbroken and a vision for a united South Africa. His ability to endure and transform personal and collective suffering into a force for change speaks volumes to the power of resilience. Mandela's life underscores the Stoic principle that freedom is not just physical liberation, but the ability to remain true to one's values despite external pressures. In today's fast-paced world, we often encounter setbacks, be it in our careers, relationships, or personal pursuits. The Stoic approach to resilience offers valuable guidance. Instead of fearing failure or adversity, we can embrace them as crucial growth experiences. This resilience is rooted in the discipline of our thoughts and actions, where persistent effort and self-reflection help us transcend challenges and emerge stronger. Now, how can we cultivate this resilience in our own lives? Reflect for a moment. How do you typically respond to setbacks? Do you view them as insurmountable blocks or as stepping stones to personal growth? Consider developing habits that foster resilience. Start by reframing failures as learning opportunities. Maintain a disciplined mindset, focusing on what you can control rather than dwelling on what you cannot. Practice self-compassion during difficult times, reminding yourself that setbacks are part of the human experience. Furthermore, draw inspiration from those in history and our present who have faced and overcome great adversity. Their stories serve as powerful reminders that resilience is within reach, and that with perseverance and discipline, we too can turn our challenges into triumphs. Incorporating these strategies can help us navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and strength. By grounding ourselves in the Stoic principles of resilience, we unlock a freedom that is not dependent on external circumstances but is rooted in our inner resolve. This journey demands effort and dedication, yet it promises a deep, enduring sense of fulfillment and liberation. In embracing resilience, we learn that every adversity holds the potential for greatness, transforming our lives and resonating forward to inspire others. As we forge this path toward resilience, remember that each challenge is a chance to reinforce the steadfast spirit that resides within us all, drawing us ever closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. Living in the moment is a simple phrase, yet its power is profound and transformative. In the Stoic tradition, presence and mindfulness are not just practices but essential components of a fulfilling life. By focusing on the here and now, we harness the power to liberate ourselves from the weight of past regrets and the anxiety of future uncertainties. This alignment with presence fosters self-discipline, offering a freedom that is both immediate and enduring. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and a profound Stoic philosopher, encapsulated this wisdom when he said, "Confine yourself to the present." This quote is a reminder that our attention and effort should be devoted to the moment at hand, where life truly unfolds. In today's digital age, the challenge of staying present is more daunting than ever. With constant notifications, social media updates, and the endless information stream, our attention is perpetually divided. Imagine sitting down to work or have a conversation, only to be interrupted by the ping of a new message. Each distraction pulls us away from the present, eroding our ability to focus and diminishing the quality of our interactions and efforts. This fragmentation of attention not only impedes productivity, but also distances us from meaningful connections and personal growth. Now, consider the impact of cultivating presence in such a scenario. By consciously choosing to be mindful, we resist the urge to multitask or react to every digital distraction. Perhaps this means setting specific times to check messages or dedicating certain hours to unplug entirely. Such practices require self-discipline but offer the reward of genuine engagement with our tasks and the people around us. The ability to focus fully on one task at a time enhances our performance and satisfaction, whether in professional endeavors or personal relationships. Presence also affords us the clarity to respond rather than react. When we center ourselves in the moment, we pause before acting, allowing for thoughtful reactions instead of impulsive ones. This attentiveness creates a space for wisdom and insight, aligning our actions with our values and enabling us to navigate challenges with calm and intention. Moreover, by anchoring ourselves in the present, we cultivate gratitude for what is instead of yearning for what was or what might be. This realization not only reduces stress and enhances well-being, but also enriches our everyday experiences. I invite you, as you watch this video, to reflect on your own practice of presence. How often do you find yourself truly engaged in the moment? Are there specific patterns or habits that pull you away from being present? Recognizing these tendencies is the first step toward change. Challenge yourself to integrate small yet significant changes that can help you reclaim your present. Maybe it's as simple as taking a few deep breaths before starting your day, or setting aside a moment each afternoon to disconnect and center yourself. As you embark on this journey of presence, remember that it's not about perfection but progress. Each step toward mindfulness is a step toward embracing life's fullness, unburdened by the shadows of past or future. Through this practice, you will gradually discover a sense of freedom and peace that deeply aligns with the stoic pursuit of a life well lived. Embrace the power of presence and let it guide you to a life of intentionality and inner tranquility. Have you ever considered what life might be like if, instead of resisting the inevitable, you embraced it wholeheartedly? This practice is central to the Stoic concept of Amor Fati, or love of fate. The Stoics believed that accepting reality, including its challenges and hardships, can liberate us from the cycles of frustration and disappointment. Instead of yearning for a different reality, we learn to love the present one with all its imperfections and unpredictability. Seneca, a prominent Stoic philosopher, perfectly encapsulated this mindset when he wrote, "A good character, when once established, is not easily overthrown." And that is why we should love our fate. This perspective flips the common narrative, suggesting that by welcoming everything life throws our way, we build resilience and fortitude. Accepting fate as it is becomes an act of strength, not resignation. It's about meeting life with open arms, recognizing that each experience, whether joyful or painful, holds the potential for growth and understanding. Consider the story of Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor whose life exemplifies Amor Fati. During his time in the concentration camps, Frankl faced unimaginable suffering and loss. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, he found meaning in his suffering. He embraced his circumstances with a profound sense of acceptance, which enabled him to maintain his dignity and humanity. Frankl later wrote about this transformative experience in his seminal work, Man's Search for Meaning, illustrating how love of fate can lead to inner peace and purpose, even amidst the harshest conditions. Frankl's life story teaches us a powerful lesson. Accepting fate doesn't mean passively enduring hardship or losing hope. Rather, it empowers us to find meaning irrespective of our circumstances and to transcend our suffering by aligning with a higher purpose. By embracing our fate, we can transform seemingly insurmountable challenges into opportunities for personal evolution. Now, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Is there a challenge or a circumstance you have come to accept over time? Perhaps it's a career path that diverged from your original aspirations, a relationship that didn't unfold as you hoped, or a personal setback that set you on an unexpected journey. Think about how accepting this reality, rather than fighting against it, brought you a sense of peace and how it may have opened new avenues for growth. This practice of loving one's fate calls for a shift in perspective. Instead of viewing setbacks as roadblocks, we can see them as vital parts of our personal narrative, shaping who we are and who we can become. By embracing the entirety of our experiences with acceptance, we liberate ourselves from the burden of what-ifs and find the strength to move forward with grace and determination. As you ponder the concept of Amor Fati, consider how you can incorporate this philosophy into your daily life. Challenge yourself to greet each new day and each unexpected turn with curiosity and gratitude, recognizing that every part of your journey contributes to the rich tapestry of your life. This mindset not only fosters resilience but also cultivates a deep-seated joy that is independent of external circumstances. In embracing Amor Fati, we learn to dance with the rhythm of life, embracing its challenges as much as its joys. This acceptance brings the freedom to live authentically and fully, unencumbered by resistance or regret. By choosing to love our fate, we align ourselves with a universal wisdom that celebrates the beauty of each moment exactly as it unfolds. Have you ever considered the true cost of emotional outbursts? Imagine a heated argument where words once spoken cannot be taken back. The aftermath might include regret, strained relationships, and even lost opportunities. This highlights the immense value Stoicism places on emotional regulation, a skill seen as pivotal to both self-discipline and personal freedom. In Stoic philosophy, emotional control is not about suppressing feelings but managing them in a way that aligns with our rational values and goals. By exercising this control, we free ourselves from becoming victims of our emotions, enabling us to act thoughtfully rather than react impulsively. This self-mastery provides a sense of inner peace and stability, allowing us to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and effectiveness. Epictetus, a revered Stoic philosopher, reminds us of this power with his poignant words, "No man is free who is not master of himself." This quote underscores the belief that true freedom lies in our ability to regulate our emotions, ensuring they serve us rather than enslave us. In essence, by mastering our emotions, we gain the freedom to live authentically and purposefully. Let's make this concept tangible with a common scenario: a parent managing a child's tantrum. Picture a parent at the end of a long day, weary and perhaps a bit frayed, faced with a child who is in the midst of a meltdown. The easiest response might be to match the child's emotional intensity with frustration or anger. However, the Stoic approach suggests a different path. By taking a moment to breathe and step into awareness, the parent can choose a calm, measured response. This not only aids in de-escalating the situation, but also sets a powerful example for the child, teaching them how to manage their emotions constructively. Reflect for a moment on your own life. Is there a recent emotional reaction you wish you'd handled differently? Perhaps a disagreement with a colleague or a moment of frustration that spiraled into something more significant. Consider how the situation might have unfolded had you approached it with emotional regulation. How might your response have changed, and what impact could that have had on the outcome? By cultivating emotional control, we create a buffer between stimulus and response, granting us the space to choose how we engage with the world around us. This choice is the foundation of self-discipline in Stoic philosophy, and it is through this discipline that we achieve a profound sense of freedom. Rather than being ruled by fleeting emotions, we operate from a place of reason and reflection, aligning our actions with our deepest values. Incorporating emotional regulation into our daily lives requires practice and patience, yet the rewards are immense. Start by observing your emotions without judgment and practice pausing before reacting. Over time, this mindful approach becomes second nature, enriching your interactions and strengthening your self-discipline. As we strive to control our emotions, we align with the Stoic pursuit of a life well lived, one marked by wisdom, courage, and tranquility. This journey is not about achieving perfection but embracing progress, continually working towards becoming the mindful, resilient architects of our own lives. So the next time emotions run high, remember the Stoic wisdom of Epictetus and choose to act with intention and grace, unlocking the freedom that comes with being truly master of oneself. Imagine the daily life of the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, who was not only a ruler but also a philosopher deeply immersed in Stoic thought. Amidst the tumultuous demands of governing an expansive empire, Marcus faced countless decisions, each with the potential to alter the course of history. He turned to his Stoic principles, basing his decisions on rational thought and logic rather than impulse or emotion. This commitment to rationality is beautifully captured in one of his meditations. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic reasoning, urging us to align our actions with what is truthful and just. Rational action lies at the heart of Stoic philosophy. It involves stripping away unnecessary emotional clutter and focusing on logical thought processes that guide disciplined actions. By harnessing reason, the Stoics believed we could make decisions that are not only effective but also morally sound and aligned with our ultimate goals. To bring this idea into modern times, let's consider the realm of financial decision-making. Picture an investor evaluating a potential opportunity. Instead of succumbing to the excitement of speculative trends or the fear of missing out, a Stoic-inspired approach would emphasize careful analysis of facts and probabilities. The investor might assess the company's financial statements, market conditions, and long-term growth potential, grounding each decision in rational analysis. This disciplined approach not only minimizes risk but also aligns the investor's actions with their financial goals, embodying the Stoic practice of rational decision-making. Reflect now on your own decision-making processes. How often do you evaluate the rationale behind your choices? Do you find yourself easily swayed by emotions, trends, or the opinions of others? Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards cultivating a more rational mindset. We are often bombarded with information and external pressures, making it easy to respond impulsively. Yet, by embracing Stoic rationality, we equip ourselves to pause, consider the evidence, and act in a manner that reflects our values. Rational action, informed by Stoic reasoning, empowers us to make choices that resonate with our authentic self. It requires us to routinely question, is my decision based on logical thought or emotional impulse? Does it reflect my core values and long-term objectives? By asking these questions, we create a framework for thoughtful and deliberate action. The concept of rational action highlights the Stoic belief in the power of the human mind to shape our reality and our future through disciplined thinking. As we integrate this practice into our daily lives, we become better equipped to navigate complex decisions with clarity and purpose. Challenge yourself to apply this Stoic principle in your next decision-making opportunity. Whether you're contemplating a career move, resolving a conflict, or planning a personal project, take a moment to engage with reasoned reflection. Examine the facts, weigh the potential outcomes, and align your choices with your ethical and personal goals. Through this process, you will cultivate not only a disciplined approach to decision-making but also a deeper sense of freedom and fulfillment. Thus, the Stoic Path encourages us to embrace our rational nature, guiding us to act with integrity and wisdom in all aspects of life. With each rational decision, we reinforce our commitment to living a life of purpose and authenticity, exemplifying the enduring strength of Stoic philosophy. In today's fast-paced society, complexity seems to be the norm. Our lives are filled with countless commitments, endless to-do lists, and a constant influx of information and material possessions. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by the sheer volume of things demanding our attention. Amidst this chaos, the Stoic principle of simplicity presents a refreshing alternative, offering a path to genuine freedom by reducing our dependency on external complexities. Epictetus, a celebrated Stoic philosopher, once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." This profound insight speaks to the heart of Stoic simplicity, the idea that by paring down to essentials and focusing on what truly matters, we liberate ourselves from the unnecessary burdens that clutter our lives and minds. It's about choosing quality over quantity and depth over breadth in every aspect of life. Consider the concept of minimalism, a modern movement that aligns seamlessly with Stoic values. Minimalism, at its core, is about intentionally living with less, focusing instead on what truly enriches our lives. This lifestyle choice is not just about decluttering physical spaces, but also about simplifying our mental and emotional landscapes. By eliminating the excess, we create room for meaningful experiences, authentic connections, and personal growth. Imagine a room filled with countless items, many of which are rarely used or appreciated. As you gradually remove the clutter, the space opens up, and so does the mind. You begin to appreciate the beauty of simplicity and find joy in the essential. The same principle applies to our lives. When we strip away unnecessary complexities, we gain clarity, focus, and the freedom to pursue what truly fulfills us. Simplicity fosters freedom by reducing our reliance on material possessions and external validations. It encourages us to seek contentment not in accumulation but in mindfulness and intentionality. This shift in perspective can profoundly impact our sense of well-being and peace. Now, let's consider how embracing simplicity can transform various areas of life. In our homes, we might adopt a minimalist approach, choosing to live with fewer, more cherished items that carry personal meaning. In our schedules, we can prioritize activities that align with our core values, letting go of obligations that drain our energy but add little value. Even in our digital lives, simplifying by minimizing screen time and being selective about the information we consume can lead to more focused and restful minds. I invite you to reflect for a moment. In what areas of your life do you feel overwhelmed or burdened by excess? Is it your physical environment, your responsibilities, or perhaps your own expectations? Consider what aspects could benefit from simplification. Are there commitments or possessions you could let go of to gain more freedom and peace? Embracing simplicity is not about deprivation, but about making deliberate choices that enhance our quality of life. Each step towards simplicity brings us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived, a life marked by clarity, intention, and authentic joy. This journey involves continuous reflection and mindful action, but the rewards are immense. We find ourselves more present, more at peace, and more connected to what truly matters. As we integrate the Stoic value of simplicity into our daily lives, we unlock a profound freedom, one that comes not from changing our external circumstances, but from transforming how we perceive and interact with the world around us. By choosing simplicity, we choose a path of wisdom and fulfillment, nurturing a life where less truly becomes more. Inner peace is one of life's most precious treasures. In the Stoic tradition, it is viewed not as a distant ideal but as an attainable state through disciplined practice and mindful living. Inner tranquility is essential because it allows us to remain stable and serene amidst life's inevitable chaos and challenges. But how exactly can we cultivate such peace in a world filled with distractions and disturbances? The Stoics teach us that inner peace is achieved by aligning our thoughts and actions with nature, practicing mindfulness, and developing self-discipline. The philosophy encourages us to focus on what is within our control and accept what is not, thereby reducing unnecessary stress and anxiety. The key lies in cultivating a disciplined mind that is less reactive and more reflective. Seneca, one of the most influential Stoic philosophers, provides a guiding light with his insights into peace of mind. He famously stated, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have." This quote emphasizes the importance of presence and acceptance, pivotal in achieving a tranquil state of mind. One powerful practice to achieve inner peace, drawn from both ancient and modern reflections, is meditation. By dedicating time each day to quiet the mind, we create a space for introspection and serenity. Meditation allows us to observe our thoughts and emotions without judgment, leading to greater self-awareness and a calmer inner state. Through regular practice, we become more capable of maintaining peace, even in challenging situations. Consider a simple meditation practice as a daily ritual. Set aside a few minutes in the morning or evening to sit quietly, close your eyes, and focus on your breath. As you breathe in, imagine drawing in peace and clarity, and as you breathe out, release any tension or stress. This focused attention on breathing helps anchor you in the present moment, allowing any worries about the past or future to fade away temporarily. But achieving inner peace requires more than habitual practice. It calls for introspection. As you watch this video, I invite you to contemplate your personal sources of inner turmoil. What thoughts or situations disturb your peace? Is it the incessant demands of work, unresolved conflict, or perhaps the fear of uncertainty about the future? Identifying these triggers is the first step toward addressing them. Once you are aware of what disturbs your tranquility, consider how Stoic principles can guide you to resolve or reframe these issues. Can you control or change the situation, or is it something you must accept and let go? By discerning the nature of your challenges and applying Stoic wisdom, you can gradually cultivate a more peaceful and centered existence. Achieving inner peace is a journey and a practice. It requires patience, persistence, and a commitment to living mindfully. As you continue this path, remember Seneca's words and find contentment in the present moment. With purposeful discipline and thoughtful reflection, you can foster a life where inner peace becomes a constant companion, guiding you through life's ebbs and flows with grace and resilience. In embracing the Stoic pursuit of inner tranquility, we unlock the ability to find calm and clarity within ourselves, an invaluable resource that supports our well-being and enriches our lives. Through disciplined practice, we not only achieve peace but also live with a deeper sense of fulfillment and joy. Have you ever found yourself pondering the fundamental question, what is the true purpose of my life? It's a question that delves into the depths of our existence and one that the Stoics tackled head-on. They understood that finding and embracing one's life purpose is not only central to personal fulfillment, but also crucial for developing self-discipline and experiencing true freedom. Purpose, according to Stoicism, serves as a guiding principle that influences every decision and action. It aligns our lives with our deepest values, enabling us to focus our energies on what truly matters. And in doing so, purpose acts as a compass, helping us navigate through the distractions and challenges of life with clarity and determination. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, offers profound insight into living purposefully with his teaching. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. This quote underscores the importance of internal focus, directing our intentions and actions toward a meaningful goal. When our purpose aligns with our values, we cultivate the strength to remain steadfast amidst life's uncertainties, exercising self-discipline that stems from a clear sense of direction. Let's consider a personal development or career goal to bring this concept into focus. Imagine you're passionate about writing and wish to become a successful author. This career goal resonates with your deepest values of creativity, communication, and empowerment. By embracing this purpose, you naturally develop the discipline required to hone your craft daily, face rejections with resilience, and seek opportunities for growth and learning. Every action you take, from drafting a story to seeking feedback, aligns with your core purpose, keeping you motivated and focused despite external challenges. Finding such purpose requires introspection and a willingness to explore your genuine interests and values. I encourage you, as you listen, to reflect on your current life purpose. Do your daily actions and decisions reflect what you truly value? Or have you perhaps drifted away from what you fundamentally care about in the hustle and bustle of life's demands? Recognizing this alignment, or lack thereof, is the first step toward living more purposefully. To embark on this journey of self-discovery, consider a few reflective exercises. Start by identifying your core values, those principles that resonate most with you and influence your sense of right and wrong. Next, think about activities or goals that energize and fulfill you. Those are likely tied to your purpose. Finally, assess whether your current lifestyle and commitments align with these values and passions. Are there aspects of your life that could be adjusted to better reflect your true purpose? Remember that finding purpose is a dynamic process. It evolves as you grow and experience life, and that's perfectly natural. By continually reflecting and realigning your life with your purpose, you cultivate a sense of freedom and peace. This alignment empowers you to live authentically and with intent, ensuring that your journey is not just about reaching an end goal, but also about finding joy and meaning in every step. As you integrate the Stoic principle of purpose into your life, you will find that your self-discipline is not forced but flows organically from a place of passion and commitment. With a clear purpose guiding your actions, life becomes not just bearable but profoundly fulfilling, allowing you to meet each day with enthusiasm and resilience. So take this moment to consider, what is your purpose and how does it shape your path? By engaging with these questions, you unlock the potential to live a life that not only meets expectations but exceeds them in meaning and depth. Imagine a scene in ancient Rome where a Stoic philosopher begins his day by deliberately foregoing his usual comforts. Instead of wearing a warm cloak against the morning chill, he chooses a thin, simple tunic. He strides confidently along the cobblestone streets, knowing that these small acts of voluntary discomfort fortify his mind and spirit. This practice isn't about self-deprivation for its own sake, but about cultivating resilience and self-discipline by embracing challenges willingly. Voluntary discomfort is a Stoic exercise designed to toughen the mind and prepare it for life's inevitable hardships. By experiencing discomfort on our terms, we learn to face larger adversities with grace and composure. This practice helps us realize that we can endure far more than we often think, and that discomfort, when chosen, can be a powerful teacher. Seneca, one of the most revered Stoic thinkers, captures this idea eloquently. Set aside a certain number of days during which you shall be content with the scantiest and cheapest fare, with coarse and rough dress, saying to yourself the while, "Is this the condition that I feared?" This quote reminds us that by intentionally choosing discomfort, we strip away the fear associated with it. We learn firsthand that what we dread may not be as formidable as once thought. In today's world, the notion of voluntary discomfort might seem counterintuitive given our endless pursuit of comfort and ease. Yet its benefits are timeless. Take, for instance, the practice of fasting. Many people voluntarily abstain from food for periods of time to improve their health and mental clarity. Beyond the physical benefits, fasting is a form of voluntary discomfort that teaches self-control and patience. It helps us break the habit of immediate gratification and strengthens our ability to say no to impulses. Or consider a fitness routine like cold showers. While initially harsh and uncomfortable, the practice has gained popularity as a means to invigorate the body and build mental toughness. Those who incorporate cold showers into their daily routines often report increased focus and resilience, both physical and mental. It's a modern twist on the Stoic tradition of placing oneself in controlled discomfort to foster strength and adaptability. Reflect for a moment on your own life. How often do you seek out discomfort as a tool for growth rather than something to avoid? Are there areas where you shy away from challenges that could ultimately strengthen you? By embracing small, voluntary discomforts, you begin to desensitize yourself to larger fears and anxieties, gaining confidence in your ability to endure. Voluntary discomfort is not about making life unnecessarily hard, but about building the inner resources to handle whatever life throws your way. It encourages you to step outside your comfort zone, challenging the limits you've unconsciously set for yourself. As you integrate this practice into your routine, you'll likely find that what once seemed daunting becomes more manageable, expanding your capacity for resilience and self-discipline. Consider trying a small exercise in voluntary discomfort this week. Maybe it's going for a run in the rain, skipping your morning coffee, or setting aside a day for minimalism where you disconnect from digital devices. Observe how you feel before, during, and after the experience, and take note of the lessons learned. By embracing voluntary discomfort, you align with the Stoic path of personal growth. This intentional practice not only fortifies your mind and spirit, but also cultivates an appreciation for the comforts you do enjoy, fostering gratitude and contentment in everyday life. Through these small acts of courage, you prepare yourself to navigate life's inevitable challenges with newfound strength and serenity. Throughout history, wisdom has been revered as one of the highest virtues, a guiding star for those seeking to navigate the complexities of life with clarity and integrity. For the Stoics, wisdom is not just revered but is considered a central pillar of their philosophy, shaping every aspect of a virtuous life. It is the lens through which they see the world, making sense of chaos and finding harmony in the tumult. Let us delve into the essence of wisdom, guided by the footsteps of a sage Stoic leader. Consider the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius, a philosopher king whose reign was marked by both external challenges and profound philosophical insight. Despite the burdens of leadership during tumultuous times, Marcus Aurelius cultivated wisdom through daily reflection and introspection, distilling his insights into what would later be known as meditations. His writings reveal the profound understanding that wisdom involves not only knowledge but the application of that knowledge to live a life of purpose and integrity. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief that wisdom originates in the mind. It stresses the importance of nurturing a disciplined mind that can discern what truly matters. Wisdom, for Marcus, was the ability to maintain equanimity amidst external turmoil by focusing on virtuous thoughts and actions. How does this wisdom guide us today? At its core, wisdom empowers us to practice self-discipline by prioritizing long-term fulfillment over immediate gratification. It helps us make decisions aligned with our values, leading us to ultimate freedom. Freedom from regret, from enslavement to desires, and from the judgment of others. When our actions are guided by wisdom, they reflect our true intentions and principles, unburdened by fleeting emotions or societal pressures. Let me share an anecdote from my own experience with a mentor. Early in my career, I faced a challenging decision involving a job opportunity that promised immediate financial gain but compromised my personal values. My mentor, a wise and seasoned professional, advised me to weigh the decision against my long-term goals and core beliefs. He encouraged me to look beyond the surface and consider the impact of each choice on my future self. With his guidance, I chose integrity over instant success, a decision that, while difficult at the time, ultimately led to a career aligned with my passions and ethical standards. Reflect on your life for a moment. Think of a time when you made a wise decision, one that, though perhaps challenging at the moment, led to a significant positive impact. What guided you to make that choice? How did it shape your path? Recognizing these moments helps us appreciate the role of wisdom in shaping our lives and reaffirms its centrality in Stoic philosophy. Wisdom is not innate but cultivated through reflection and experience. It calls for continuous learning, open-mindedness, and the courage to question and grow. By nurturing wisdom, we not only enhance our self-discipline but also elevate our ability to live freely and authentically. As we strive to embody wisdom in our daily lives, remember the lessons of Marcus Aurelius and countless other Stoic sages who walked this path before us. Through patience, reflection, and mindful action, we too can harness the transformative power of wisdom, guiding us to live with clarity and purpose amidst the ebbs and flows of life. At the heart of Stoic philosophy lies a fundamental truth: the practice of virtue is paramount. Virtue is not just a lofty ideal but an essential guide for living a life of integrity and purpose. The Stoics posited that living virtuously is the highest pursuit, as it underpins self-discipline and personal freedom, two pillars crucial for a fulfilled and meaningful life. Virtue, as defined by the Stoics, encompasses traits such as wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. These qualities form the foundation of personal development, guiding our decisions and actions in every aspect of life. By practicing virtue, we align our behavior with our core values, which in turn fosters self-discipline. With this discipline comes the ability to act consistently in line with our principles, regardless of external pressures or temptations. When discussing virtue, the words of Epictetus offer timeless wisdom. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. This quote is a powerful reminder that living virtuously requires intention and action. It encourages us to define our ideal selves through virtues and take deliberate steps to embody those traits in everyday life. Consider a scenario where practicing virtue is brought to life through civic duty or community service. Imagine a community facing a natural disaster where neighbors come together to provide aid and support. In this situation, individuals who act virtuously demonstrate courage by stepping into roles of leadership, wisdom by organizing resources efficiently, and justice by ensuring that help reaches those most in need. This collective effort illustrates how virtues not only guide personal actions but also uplift entire communities, fostering resilience and unity. Community service, whether it's volunteering at a local shelter or participating in a neighborhood cleanup, offers a tangible opportunity to practice virtues. It encourages us to step outside our personal interests and contribute to the greater good. By doing so, we not only help others but also cultivate a sense of purpose and satisfaction within ourselves. Such acts of virtue require and reinforce self-discipline, as they often involve sacrifices of time and comfort for the benefit of others. As you reflect on the role of virtue in your life, consider how you can incorporate more virtuous actions into your daily routine. Start by identifying one virtue you wish to cultivate, such as patience or generosity. Then, look for opportunities to practice it consistently. This might mean exercising patience when confronted with a frustrating situation or choosing generosity by sharing your time or resources with someone in need. Remember, practicing virtue is a journey, not a destination. It involves continuous self-reflection and a commitment to self-improvement. Each day presents new opportunities to embody the virtues we aspire to, bringing us closer to the Stoic ideal of a life well lived. In engaging with virtue, we develop a deeper sense of freedom, a freedom that comes from living authentically and being true to our highest selves. This journey of practicing virtue may not always be easy, but it is profoundly rewarding. By focusing on virtues, we not only enhance our own lives, but also positively influence those around us, contributing to a world that values character and integrity above all. As you move forward, challenge yourself to live with virtue at the forefront of your actions. Consider how your decisions and interactions can reflect the Stoic commitment to a virtuous life, bringing about not just personal growth, but a broader impact on the world around you. Through the practice of virtue, we unlock the true essence of freedom and fulfillment, charting a course toward a harmonious and meaningful existence. Have you ever stopped to consider how much of your potential freedom is hampered by fear? Fear is often an invisible chain, binding us to a state of inaction, preventing us from pursuing our true desires or expressing our authentic selves. Whether it's the fear of failure, rejection, or the unknown, these anxieties can significantly limit our experiences and dim the possibilities that life offers. The Stoics, however, offer profound insights into overcoming fear, transforming it into a catalyst for growth rather than a barrier. From a Stoic perspective, fear is a natural human emotion, but one that must be understood and managed carefully. It constrains us, keeping us within comfort zones that stifle growth and freedom. The Stoics believed that by confronting and understanding our fears, we gain the courage to live more freely and fully. Seneca, a revered Stoic philosopher, once said, "There are more things to alarm us than to harm us, and we suffer more often in apprehension than reality." This quote underscores the Stoic insight that fear is often a product of perception rather than reality, a construct of the mind that can be deconstructed through reason. To illustrate this, let's consider a common fear that many people face: public speaking. Standing before an audience, whether large or small, can invoke a paralyzing fear in many individuals. The mere thought of delivering a speech may trigger a rush of anxiety, with concerns about judgment or failure looming large. This fear can limit personal and professional opportunities as well as self-expression. Stoicism provides practical strategies to tackle such fears. One approach is to break the fear down to its core and analyze it rationally. Ask yourself, what is the worst possible outcome and can I handle it? Often, the fear of public speaking is rooted in the fear of stumbling over words or not meeting audience expectations. By preparing thoroughly and visualizing success, you replace irrational fear with constructive action. Additionally, practicing exposure, gradually facing the fear in small, manageable steps, can help desensitize the anxiety and build confidence over time. Furthermore, the Stoics espouse the importance of focusing on what is within our control. While you can't control how an audience reacts, you can control your preparation and attitude. By honing in on these controllable elements, you shift the focus away from fear and towards constructive elements of the experience. Now, reflect on a personal fear you've conquered or one you wish to confront. Perhaps it was a fear of change, a challenging conversation, or a significant life decision. Recall how you mustered the courage to face it, or imagine how you might approach it differently with Stoic insights. Consider the liberation you felt or might feel when unburdened by fear, a step closer to living your life more authentically and fully. In essence, overcoming fear is about transforming it from an impediment into an impetus for personal growth. By applying Stoic principles such as rational examination, focusing on what is controllable, and gradual exposure, we can dismantle the illusions of fear and reclaim lost freedoms. This does not mean we eliminate fear entirely, but rather that we learn to coexist with it, using it as a tool rather than a limitation. As you navigate life's challenges, let Stoic wisdom guide you in embracing courage to overcome fear. By doing so, you unlock the freedom to explore new horizons, pursue your passions, and live a life defined not by limitations, but by the vast potential of your own making. Embrace the journey from fear to freedom and discover the strength that lies within. Change is the only constant in life, a truth that echoes through every experience and moment we encounter. The Stoics deeply understood the concept of impermanence and taught that embracing this continuous flux is crucial to achieving freedom and tranquility in our lives. By accepting that everything we know is subject to change, we can detach from the anxiety of losing what we hold dear and find peace in the flow of life. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher-emperor, poignantly captured this idea when he wrote, "Observe constantly that all things take place by change." This quote reflects the ancient wisdom that life itself is a dynamic process, always evolving, and that resisting this truth only leads to suffering. By accepting impermanence as a natural part of existence, we reduce our attachment to things that are ultimately transient, allowing us to appreciate and cherish each moment without clinging to it. One area where the impermanence of life is strikingly evident is in our careers, shaped by the relentless advancement of technology. Consider the rapid evolution of the workplace over the past few decades. Jobs that were once the foundation of industries have been transformed or rendered obsolete by technological innovations. Picture a once bustling newsroom filled with typewriters, transformed over time into digital spaces powered by computers and artificial intelligence. The skills required to thrive have shifted dramatically, demanding adaptability and a willingness to learn and evolve. This constant change can cause significant anxiety if we resist it. However, by accepting the impermanence of our careers and the technology that drives them, we open ourselves to new possibilities and opportunities that arise with change. Embracing impermanence in this context frees us from the fear of obsolescence and empowers us to continually grow and reinvent ourselves in alignment with the shifting landscapes of our professional lives. Now, I invite you to contemplate something impermanent in your life. It could be a relationship, a job, your living situation, or even a current phase of your personal growth. How do you feel about its transient nature? Are there elements of fear or resistance, or do you find comfort in the freedom that comes with impermanence, knowing that it allows for endless growth and new beginnings? Reflecting on these questions can help you recognize the areas in your life where attachment might be causing unnecessary stress or anxiety. By practicing the Stoic acceptance of impermanence, you can cultivate a more profound sense of freedom. This freedom is not about detachment from life's joys, but rather about living fully in each moment, appreciating it for what it is, and gracefully letting go when it's time to move on. In accepting impermanence, we learn to embrace change not as a threat but as a vital aspect of life that enriches our journey. It teaches us the beauty of fleeting moments, the strength found in adaptability, and the courage to face each new day with an open heart. As you continue on your path, let the wisdom of impermanence guide you to live with greater presence, resilience, and joy, knowing that every change brings with it the seeds of new possibilities and growth. Imagine waking up in the morning and instead of allowing emotions to dictate your day's actions, you are guided by calm rationality and clear purpose. How different would our lives be if we could consistently maintain emotional independence, navigating challenges with a steady mind? This question lies at the heart of emotional detachment in Stoicism, a powerful practice that liberates us by enabling a focus on reason over emotion. Emotional detachment doesn't mean becoming a cold, unfeeling automaton. Rather, it's about gaining the ability to step back from our immediate emotional reactions and view situations through a lens of logic and objectivity. By detaching from the emotional turbulence, we allow ourselves to make decisions that align with our core values and long-term goals, rather than those made impulsively in moments of high emotion. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who once journeyed from slavery to wisdom, emphasized this practice with the profound insight: it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This quote underscores the Stoic belief that while we cannot control external events, we can control our responses to them. Emotional detachment is the tool that empowers this control, allowing us to experience emotional freedom by not being enslaved by our feelings. To illustrate, consider a diplomatic scenario where emotional detachment is crucial. A negotiator mediating a high-stakes peace agreement between two conflicting parties. The situation is fraught with tension and potential conflict, where emotions run high on all sides. For the negotiator, maintaining emotional detachment is essential. By stepping back and not allowing personal feelings or biases to cloud judgment, the negotiator can focus on the facts, the needs of both parties, and the ultimate goal of achieving a peaceful resolution. This reasoned approach not only facilitates effective communication but also fosters trust, paving the way for a successful outcome. In our everyday lives, emotional detachment can be just as transformative. Reflect on a situation where you allowed emotions to guide your decisions, perhaps leading to an outcome you later regretted. Now think of a time when you practiced emotional detachment, approaching a challenging situation with calm and reason. How did this change the outcome? Did it enable you to find a solution that was aligned with your long-term objectives and values? These reflections can offer valuable insights into the power of emotional detachment. By regularly practicing this Stoic principle, we cultivate a mental discipline that enhances our decision-making processes. This practice is not about dismissing emotions, but rather acknowledging them, understanding their origins, and choosing not to be governed by them. To integrate emotional detachment into your life, start with small steps. When faced with an emotionally charged situation, take a moment to pause and breathe before reacting. Assess the facts and consider the wider implications of your potential responses. Ask yourself what outcome aligns with your values and goals, and proceed with a reasoned, deliberate action. Emotional detachment, as practiced by the Stoics, is a pathway to personal freedom. It frees us from the immediate whims of our emotions, allowing us to live with greater purpose and integrity. By embracing this discipline, we not only enhance our capacity for rational decision-making, but also unlock a deeper sense of peace and fulfillment in our lives. As you continue to explore this principle, remember that each step towards emotional freedom is a step towards a more resilient and intentional self. As we delve deeper into Stoic philosophy, one of its most profound teachings emerges: the dichotomy of control. This principle, largely propagated by the Stoic philosopher Epictetus, offers a transformative lens through which we can view our lives and actions. Born into slavery, Epictetus rose to become one of the most influential philosophers of his time, teaching that the key to a life of serenity and fulfillment lies in our ability to discern between what we can control and what we cannot. At the heart of Epictetus' teachings is the understanding that true freedom and self-discipline come from focusing our efforts on aspects of life we can influence, while gracefully accepting those we cannot. This distinction is crucial because it allows us to allocate our energy and resources effectively, leading to greater peace and effectiveness in our endeavors. As Epictetus poignantly stated, we cannot choose our external circumstances, but we can always choose how we respond to them. This quote encapsulates the Stoic belief in prioritizing our internal responses over the uncontrollable external world. Let's explore this idea with a common contemporary scenario, a delayed travel plan. Imagine you're at the airport, eager to embark on a long-awaited vacation, only to be met with the dreaded announcement that your flight has been delayed indefinitely due to inclement weather. Frustration bubbles up as disappointment and irritation take center stage. The natural reaction might be to fixate on the inconvenience, lamenting the lost time and disrupted plans. However, by employing the dichotomy of control, you redirect your focus. Rather than dwelling on the weather or the airline's delays factors beyond your control, you shift your attention to how you can make the most of the situation. Perhaps you use this time to read a book you've been meaning to, catch up on work or emails, or even engage in meaningful conversations with fellow travelers you might not have otherwise met. By concentrating on what lies within your ability to influence your attitudes and actions, you transform an uncontrollable situation into a productive and potentially enriching experience. This exercise in control separation not only enhances your patience and resilience but also deepens your self-discipline. Such discipline stems from the ability to consciously choose your focus, ensuring it aligns with what you can meaningfully affect. This clarity in recognizing where your true power lies prevents unnecessary stress and emotional turmoil, allowing you to maintain balance and composure in the face of life's unpredictability. I invite you to reflect on a recent event in your own life where you faced unforeseen circumstances. How did you react, and were you able to practice the dichotomy of control? Consider how this Stoic exercise might have altered the outcome or your experience. Could distinguishing between the controllable and uncontrollable aspects have provided you with peace or a more productive path forward? The ability to differentiate between what we can change and what we must accept is a cornerstone of Stoic wisdom, offering profound insights into personal growth and emotional freedom. By integrating the dichotomy of control into our daily lives, we empower ourselves to navigate challenges with fortitude and grace, transforming obstacles into opportunities for growth. This perspective not only enriches our personal journey, but also aligns us more closely with the Stoic ideal of living harmoniously and in accordance with nature's inevitable flux. How do we balance the essence of individuality with the inherent need for community? This question is central to not only modern life, but also to the Stoic practice, where community plays a pivotal role in enhancing personal freedom and self-discipline. While Stoicism often emphasizes personal responsibility and inner resilience, it equally underscores the importance of community in living a virtuous life. Contributing to a community is not just an act of charity or social obligation. It's a path to personal growth and fulfillment. When we engage with others, we expand our perspective, garner support, and learn from diverse experiences. This involvement fosters self-discipline, as committing to the well-being of others often requires setting aside our immediate desires for the collective good. By investing in communal endeavors, we cultivate a sense of belonging and shared purpose, which in turn strengthens our inner resolve. Marcus Aurelius, a Stoic philosopher-emperor, beautifully encapsulated the necessity of working together with his reflection. We are made for cooperation, like feet, like hands, like eyelids, like the rows of the upper and lower teeth. His words remind us that just as the parts of our body function harmoniously for the benefit of the whole, so too should individuals within a society work in concert for mutual benefit. This cooperation enriches not only the community but also empowers each individual, offering opportunities for personal and collective growth. To illustrate the impact of community involvement, consider the example of a volunteer-led community garden. In a neighborhood where access to fresh produce is limited, residents come together to transform a vacant lot into a thriving garden. everyone has a role, from planning and planting to maintaining and harvesting. This collaborative effort yields more than just vegetables. It cultivates relationships, builds trust, and enhances the quality of life for everyone involved. Participants learn discipline through the commitment to regular maintenance, and the shared goal fosters a sense of unity and accomplishment that feeds both body and soul. The garden also serves as a living classroom where people exchange knowledge and skills, enriching each other's lives. It exemplifies how, by working together, individuals not only address a communal need but also create a nurturing environment where personal growth flourishes. Each person's contribution, no matter how small, plays a crucial part in the overall success of the project, illustrating the power of collective action. As you reflect on the role of community in your own life, consider the following. What community are you a part of or could join? How might your unique talents and experiences contribute to a collective goal? Engaging with a community not only enhances the environment around you but also enriches your own life, offering lessons in patience, cooperation, and self-discipline. Joining or forming a community initiative can be as simple as volunteering at a local shelter, participating in neighborhood meetings, or even engaging in online groups focused on a common interest. These community efforts not only improve the immediate environment but also foster a sense of identity and purpose, showing us that the path to personal freedom is often intertwined with the success and well-being of those around us. In embracing the role of community, we align with the Stoic vision of a life well-lived, one where individuality is balanced with collective action, enhancing our personal journey through shared experiences and mutual support. As Marcus Aurelius suggests, by cooperating like the harmonious parts of a body, we can cultivate a life rich in connections, thriving on the synergy of human collaboration. Empathy holds a transformative power that extends beyond mere emotional understanding. It is an essential component of self-discipline and personal freedom, integral to the Stoic philosophy. Empathy within the Stoic framework is not an abstract concept but a deliberate practice that aligns with the Stoic pursuit of virtue, enhancing both personal growth and societal harmony. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to see the world through the lens of rationality and virtue, with empathy serving as a bridge that connects us to others' experiences and perspectives. This connection is crucial, for it enables us to transcend our immediate emotions and biases, fostering a deeper understanding and acceptance of the human condition. Through empathy, we practice the Stoic virtue of justice, treating others with compassion and fairness, acknowledging that every person, like ourselves, is navigating their own challenges. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most profound thinkers, offered timeless wisdom on the subject of understanding others. He said, "Wherever there is a human being, there is an opportunity for kindness." This quote captures the essence of Stoic empathy, emphasizing that every interaction is a chance to exercise compassion and connect with another's plight or perspective. Consider a conflict resolution scenario to illustrate the practical application of Stoic empathy. Imagine a workplace dispute arising between two colleagues with opposing views on a project approach. The atmosphere is tense and emotions run high, threatening the harmony and productivity of the entire team. Here, the application of Stoic empathy can be pivotal. By stepping into their shoes and seeking to understand the underlying motivations and fears driving each colleague's stance, a mediator can facilitate a dialogue grounded in mutual respect and openness. Through empathetic listening, the mediator encourages each party to articulate their feelings and concerns while validating their perspectives. This process allows the individuals involved to feel seen and heard, often diffusing tension and opening pathways to compromise and collaboration. The result is a resolution that aligns with the greater good of the team, achieved not through force or dominance but through the disciplined practice of empathy. As you reflect on the role of empathy in your own life, I invite you to recall a moment when practicing empathy altered an outcome. Perhaps there was a time when you chose to step back from an immediate emotional response, opting instead to understand another person's viewpoint. How did this shift in perspective influence the situation? Did it lead to a resolution or a newfound connection you hadn't anticipated? Empathy, when integrated into the fabric of our daily interactions, can significantly broaden personal freedom. It liberates us from the confines of our narrow perspectives, allowing us to engage with the world more openly and compassionately. By understanding others, we also gain insights into ourselves, discovering shared values and aspirations that bind us together despite apparent differences. Incorporating stoic empathy into our lives requires intention and self-discipline, for it challenges us to move beyond self-centered concerns and extend our awareness to include others. Yet the rewards are profound, offering not only enhanced personal growth and peace, but also contributing to a more empathetic and equitable society. As you continue on this journey, consider how stoic empathy can transform your relationships and interactions. Let it guide you to practice understanding and kindness as a deliberate choice, enriching your life and the lives of those around you. By embracing empathy as a vital aspect of stoic discipline, we unlock a deeper, more connected way of being, aligning our actions with the highest stoic ideals of virtue and humanity. Gratefulness at first glance might seem like a simple act of acknowledging the good in life, but in the Stoic tradition, it is much more profound, a pivotal practice that reshapes our perspective and enhances our overall well-being. Gratitude, in the Stoic sense, transforms our worldview, enabling us to find contentment even in the face of challenges. The impact of gratitude on perspective is remarkable. It shifts our focus from what is lacking in life to what is already present and valuable. This simple shift can redefine our experiences, turning everyday moments into sources of joy and fulfillment. For the Stoics, such a mindset is crucial for achieving true freedom, as it liberates us from the constant yearning for more and redirects our attention to appreciating the present. When we cultivate gratitude, we align with the Stoic pursuit of inner contentment and peace, unshackled by the grip of desire and dissatisfaction. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, offers us timeless guidance on the power of appreciation with his reflection. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoic gratefulness, reminding us that every day brings new opportunities for appreciation, no matter how small they may seem. By starting each day with this mindset, we begin to cultivate a sense of gratitude that permeates every aspect of our lives. One practical way to engage in this Stoic practice is through keeping a gratitude journal. This simple yet powerful exercise involves regularly writing down things you are thankful for, fostering a habit of reflection and appreciation. By documenting these moments, you create a tangible record of positivity and growth, which can be revisited during times of hardship to remind you of the abundance present in your life. For instance, at the end of each day, you might jot down 3 things you are grateful for. These could range from a delicious meal, an uplifting conversation with a friend, or even the beauty of a sunset. Over time, this practice not only boosts your mood but also helps anchor your mind to the present, making it easier to recognize and appreciate the good in each moment. Gratitude journals not only serve as personal reflections but can also strengthen relationships. When you take the time to express gratitude towards others, it deepens connections and nurtures a sense of togetherness. This shared appreciation builds a supportive community, enhancing both individual and collective well-being. I encourage you to pause and reflect on your own life. What are you most grateful for today? Consider how acknowledging these elements of your life can bring peace and satisfaction. Whether it's family, health, opportunities, or even challenges that have taught you valuable lessons, recognizing these aspects can transform your mindset and align you with the stoic embrace of a life well lived. Gratefulness, in its essence, is a choice, a deliberate act of focusing on the positive and embracing the present with appreciation. By integrating this practice into our daily rituals, we cultivate a life rich in contentment, paving the way for greater freedom and joy. As you continue your journey in Stoic philosophy, let gratitude guide you to a deeper understanding of what it means to live fully and freely, appreciating the beauty in both the grand and the mundane aspects of life. Have you ever paused to consider the weight of the burdens you carry, whether they be regrets, past failures, or unfulfilled desires? Holding on to these attachments can feel like dragging a heavy anchor through life, impeding our progress and clouding our sense of purpose. The Stoic philosophy offers a path to liberation through the process of letting go, a practice that fosters both self-discipline and personal freedom. Letting go, in the Stoic sense, is not about indifference or avoiding responsibility. Instead, it's a conscious choice to release attachments that no longer serve our growth. It's about understanding that the past is immutable and that clinging to it prevents us from embracing the fullness of the present moment. This mindset shift is vital because it frees us from the emotional shackles that inhibit our personal and spiritual development. Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher who knew much about rising from adversity, shared profound wisdom on this topic. He said, "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." This quote encapsulates the importance of focusing on the present and appreciating what we have, rather than lamenting over what has been lost or what could have been. Releasing these burdens allows us to channel our energy into our current circumstances, aligning with our values and goals. To illustrate the transformative power of letting go, consider a personal growth anecdote. Imagine someone who faced a significant career setback, such as losing a long-held job due to unforeseen circumstances. Initially, the loss might bring feelings of inadequacy and regret, creating an emotional burden that hinders the ability to move forward. However, by adopting the Stoic practice of letting go, this individual begins to release the attachment to the past role and identity. Instead of mourning what was, they start to explore new opportunities, reevaluating their skills and passions. This shift not only opens doors to new career paths, but also fosters self-awareness and resilience, turning a setback into a catalyst for personal growth. Letting go requires courage and self-discipline. It involves confronting and accepting our fears and uncertainties, which can be daunting. Yet, the process is profoundly liberating, as it allows us to shed unnecessary weight and focus on what truly matters. By releasing attachments, we create space for new, enriching experiences, enhancing our well-being and freedom. Now, I invite you to reflect on your life. Is there something you are clinging to that may be holding you back? Perhaps it's a lingering regret, a past relationship, or an unfulfilled dream. Consider how letting go of this attachment could lighten your load and pave the way for new opportunities and growth. What steps can you take to begin releasing this burden and embrace the present with open arms? As you contemplate these questions, remember that letting go is a journey, not an instant fix. It demands patience and continuous practice. However, the rewards greater clarity, peace, and freedom are worth the effort. By cultivating the art of letting go, you align yourself with the Stoic pursuit of a life characterized by tranquility and purpose. In your journey towards personal liberation, let the wisdom of the Stoics be your guide. Embrace the process of letting go and witness how this simple yet profound act can transform not only your perspective but also your entire life. Through letting go, you find the strength to live authentically and fully, unburdened by the weight of the past, free to explore the limitless horizons of the present and future. As we draw our exploration of finding freedom through self-discipline, the Stoic Path, to a close, let's take a moment to reflect on the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and its transformative potential for our modern lives. We've journeyed through concepts that invoke a shift in perspective: detachment, presence, and resilience, each serving as a pillar supporting the edifice of personal freedom. Detachment teaches us to let go of what we cannot control, liberating ourselves from the unnecessary burdens that cloud our minds and prevent us from living fully. By practicing detachment, we learn to embrace the present with clarity and focus, realizing that true freedom lies in our responses, not in the external events themselves. This mindset allows us to navigate life's turbulence with a steady hand, rooted in self-discipline and inner strength. Presence, another cornerstone of Stoic practice, reminds us to savor each moment, to be fully engaged with the here and now. In doing so, we foster a deeper appreciation for life's fleeting beauty and cultivate gratitude. Presence anchors us amidst chaos, offering a sanctuary of peace and contentment. It fuels our capacity for reflection, enabling us to act with intention and purpose. Resilience, the ability to withstand and grow from adversity, is perhaps one of the most empowering gifts Stoicism offers. It teaches us that challenges are not obstacles but opportunities for growth, honing our self-discipline and fortitude. By embracing resilience, we transform setbacks into springboards for personal development, building a foundation of strength that supports us through life's ebbs and flows. As we ponder these Stoic principles, let's recall the words of Marcus Aurelius: "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." This quote encapsulates the essence of Stoicism, empowering us to harness our inner capabilities, to cultivate a disciplined, virtuous life that transcends external circumstances. Now, I invite you to consider how these teachings might resonate in your own life. Reflect on a personal challenge you face. How can the principles of detachment, presence, or resilience guide you through it? What steps can you take today to align more closely with the Stoic Path, fostering greater freedom and fulfillment? As you reflect, let these questions inspire action. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd love to hear how Stoicism might shape your journey. If you found solace or insight in today's discussion, consider subscribing for more explorations of wisdom from both ancient and modern perspectives. Your engagement helps foster a community where we all can grow together. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the Stoic Path. May the wisdom of the Stoics not only enrich your understanding but also illuminate your path to personal freedom and self